Hello, I'm Janet Pilcher, and I've been a teacher and leader for over 25 years. Assessment is an emotional experience for our students. It's an emotional for us. Do you remember that time when you were in school? Think about when you were in college, and your professor or your instructor gave information to you about your work. The first thing that you do is you feel emotional about it. You feel sensitive about it. And you can't do anything with the feedback until you move through those emotions. So as a teacher, every time we have an interaction with our student about the work that they do, it's an emotional experience for them. So they first have to move through those emotions. So here's what we have taught, here's what we do when we work through the process of thinking through that emotion. When we're working with students or when we're learning, we go through this process called consciousness and skill. When we first learn something, we're unconsciously unskilled. What does that mean? We're excited. We're ready to move into it. Think about our students when they come to school those first couple of weeks. They're excited. They're ready to learn. And then those who haven't been that successful, after about 2 weeks, they start going, oh my gosh. Now I realize why I didn't like school. Because all of a sudden, they become consciously unskilled. They realize what they know they don't know. And our job is to move them from consciously unskilled to consciously skilled. And it's at that place that we have defined something called the critical learning point. It's that place where students learn the most. And if we are a good coach, if we support them, and we really provide very specific feedback and use that 3-to-1 that we talked about in the last segment, then we're able to move our students from consciously unskilled to consciously skilled. It's at that critical learning point where our students are the most emotional in our classroom. Finally, as we move through the process and they build confidence, they become unconsciously skilled. They have practiced that particular skill over and over and over again until finally they feel very confident. We can give them any type of situation and application and they can repeat that skill over and over again. That's what we're trying to get our students to, is that final phase. But they need us. They need us desperately when we're moving through that critical learning point. So as you go into your classrooms and do the application activities in your professional learning communities, really think about how are my students being emotional through that process and how am I helping them through that critical learning point to finally get to the place that I want them to be. Good luck to you, and work with your colleagues as you work through this process so that they can help you through the way.